Welcome, everybody. You ever feel like your life is just too complicated? There's too much family drama going on. You don't know who you love sexually and who you're related to. Sometimes it's both.
Welcome to the attic.
It's VC's Peasies.
Are we plugged in?
Plugged in?
We are. We and PP.
Oh my god.
Welcome. We're here? Yep. Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear listener. This is VC's Peasies Podcast.
How are you?
And I am sitting next to Katie.
Sorry.
Who is sitting next to me, Tia.
Hi.
And she's on one today. She lost her goddamn mind.
I got cinnamon brains.
Yeah.
They're very
yeah,
mini.
you do, buddy.
They're very mini.
Very small. I know.
We are talking about the newest, what do you call them? Series of small boys.
Series of small boys.
A series of small boys.
It's a series of small boys, yes, but not really. We've had a series of small girls, though. A lot of them.
You know,
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Small boy girls.
They weren't little women. They were little women. Wait, they weren't little girls. They were little women. Isn't that the end of Little Women? Fuck.
Oh.
Anyway, am I reading?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So
the back sentence.
So it's 2 sentences.
Amazing.
So VC's Andrews. Oh, look at that. So what does this say?
Millimeter mercury, inches mercury. I don't know why. It's written inside the book with a pencil. You could not see that.
Yeah. I was just going to say, we get our books from Thrift Books, and they are adventurous because they're used books. So, VC Andrews.
We should start tagging them.
We should. Yeah. VC Andrews, the new series, Shooting Stars. The first small boy novella is Cinnamon. She escaped her family's turmoil by dreaming of imaginary worlds. But it's her talent for the theater that gives Cinnamon a chance to truly escape. Yep. Okay. Cinnamon. I can't. Like, that's a name. That's a dog's name.
So I was joking about... That's a dog's name.
Dog's name.
That's a dog's name. Like a rescue dog. Like the shelter named it.
Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Come. Cinnamon.
Anyways, I joked that this is like the latte series because the
they're all in
names
your
are
order.
Stupid. Yeah, it's like cinnamon, ice, rose, and honey.
Yep.
The beverage quad.
Bev.
Hey, it's the beverage quad.
It's Bev, the Bev quad.
Oh, Bev. Speaking of Bev,
We have our protagonist, Cinnamon. Was it Carlson? Carlson, too close to Kathy Carson.
I thought it was the same last name. That's how close they are.
I went back and checked, and I was like, because I had a whole diatribe, and I was like, let me fact check this. Growth. Look at us. So Cinnamony, someone comes to take her out of class, and she's
in a drama mama class. No, English class.
So,
Setting the scene.
Sure. And the person who comes is one of the Miss Prissies, I guess. And Cinnamon said, I wanted to crack an egg over her smug little smile. And I said, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was really weird.
That's a specific thing. And then...
What's the saying?
It was yeah. Her shoulder, talking about this...
Miss Perfect.
Miss Perfect. Her shoulders were pulled back firmly, and an invisible book was on top of her clump of dull brown hair. Hair that everyone knew her mother trimmed unevenly at the base of her neck and around her ears. And I'm wondering, was that an aesthetic choice?
No. I think maybe her perfect posture is making up for her uneven hair. Anyway.
You can't contour a bang.
You can certainly try. Cinnamon often role plays in the attic, so the drama teacher is very urging towards her. Urging, yearning. thrusting. A lot of talk about the old shaken spear. She says that she looks for the tarnish, much like Kathy does. There's Clarence Boy, male protagonist.
Clarence Barron.
Barron.
It's such a funny name. I love it. And he's like boyfriend, but not her boyfriend.
Yes.
Boyfriend, non-boyfriend.
He's so sexy, it's so weird, is notated.
He's got long hair, which he thinks makes him look like Beethoven. Like he's trying to look like Beethoven as an active choice. He has a angular jaw and a strong full mouth, and I wonder, full of what?
Poop.
Huh.
He's all got chocolate brown curls and is a slim 6'1". He's a lanky boy.
He's got some compulsive tendencies.
Oh, yeah.
To do everything left to right.
Yeah.
And
very OCD or on the spectrum.
Leave go through a door on an even step.
And Cinnamon's like, well, why? What happens if you don't do your rituals? And he was like, that don't happen. He's like, I have to. I must.
Yeah, he was just like, I just do. Leave it alone.
Yeah. Cinny.
Anyways, we have a sassy, grumpy grandmother, Beverly. How do you feel about her?
Did you see what I wrote? I wrote Grandma Beverly Wolf.
She sucks.
She came to school to get Cinnamon. Because mommy is notated, is fresh off a second miscarriage at 6 months pregnancy.
Did they say 6 months?
Yeah, because she was like, I remember 6 months ago, mommy told us she was pregnant.
Oh.
Like, that's real far along.
Yeah, that's really traumatic. I mean, anyways, but that's horrible.
Grandma Beverly did not approve.
No. And there's like, Cinnamon in her mind makes a reference to, like, there's 2 Hitler analogies in this book.
Yeah.
Is that like the direction we're going to be going? Like, is that the new, like, golden fan of hair?
Yes.
Jeez.
This person is so like Hitler.
I do not care for references like that.
Whom does? And
Well, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what? Like, that's extreme.
We impression
This grandmother sucks, but, like, I don't know.
She's not committing genocide.
Yeah, exactly. Like, maybe
like a genocide of, like, decorations.
Oh, I don't know if that was appropriate at all, but I also don't know if it wasn't. Please tell us, dear listener, if Katie just crossed a line.
Stepping on lines and woofing on grandma.
I'm just saying it's very dramatic. It's a very dramatic, like, observation for a person.
Not from Niederman.
Need from Notman.
Need from none of this.
Anyways.
I need of none of these.
I need none of men.
So
we are.
Grandma Bev says that mommy was a sight as an older, I think 40, was she 42? She was a sight as an older pregnant woman. A lot of jibber jabber. A lot of, like, remembering Grandma Bev's jibber jabber.
Yeah, on the drive back. She's like, she was so shitty.
Yeah.
She's like, you're gonna look ridiculous. Oh my god, you're wearing maternity clothes. What if my friends see you?
Another trope is the person who is disapproving is like my friends. People need to get better friends.
People need to stop acting like they're on the show My Super Sweet 16.
That was just a reference you dropped.
Just saying the attitude is very similar. I'm not saying that Gma Bev is asking for a Porsche, but
we got
isn't she?
A description. And she said something about people with rings in their noses and belly buttons.
Kids these days.
Is Cinnamon a goth or attempted goth?
I have no idea. I wrote Cinnamon as a goth as a statement, and then I put a parentheses with a question mark inside. Cinnamon is a goth.
She's like, I'm spooky scary, and I have like wild hair, and I stare at people and they're scared of me. And she wears like a dark makeup, perhaps a nail polish of black, and also what Niederman's new obsession is white lipstick.
White lipstick and Hitler is the new. Gonna keep looking out for those. Gotta look out for white lipstick and Hitler.
Do you put it on the little mustache?
No.
I was thinking about white lipstick on a Hitler mustache.
What season are you?
What season was he? Anyway. So Cinnamon, like, dicks her way into the hall by slamming the door of the hall monitor's face.
That was hilarious. Because the hall monitor was like, we gotta go to the thing. Wow, she didn't even get to the office yet. We are on a roll.
Hold on. She lives in a spoopy old Victorian house that had, naturally, a Civil War owner.
But on
the north.
On the good side.
The Union.
The Union.
Because they live in upstate New York?
Yeah,
somewhere?
sure. I don't know.
Mommy fell in love with the house before she fell in love with Daddy. Okay. And she was like, I need a man to buy this house.
Dude, I get it. Don't get it. Don't listen to me. My husband's in the other room. So
see.
Cinnamon says that like the house looks bigger than it is, and then like immediately says that it's 3 stories with a cupola and like a very kind of massive front porch with a bunch of land.
It's totally small, you guys.
It just looks bigger than it is. Kind of fucking 3-story.
Tiny home is this? It's a 3-story tiny home.
Yeah, I don't know. That they say is haunted from the I forgot. I didn't write down what the family's last name was. Like the Davenports or something.
Something like that. The Devereaux.
The Demeters. Anyways.
Who cares? Yep.
So they have all this like, since their graveyard is on the property, people are like, the ghosts, and she lives in a haunted house, and the ghosts.
Oh yeah, I wrote everyone's scared of Cinnamon because she's so spooky. A lot of references to grandmother being Hitler and also replacing furniture like he did, question mark. This was a 16-page prologue and a 165-page boy.
Yeah, it was 10%.
Ooh, that's some math time.
Real quick.
So grandma picks her up. She's like, yeah, mother's gone mad and only you can talk to her.
What? I'm not calling an ambulance. That would be so embarrassing.
What?
Yeah, she miscarried just a few days prior. Like, she had to go to the hospital because it was a late term miscarriage. And Grandma Beverly was just a right cunt about her pregnancy the whole time.
Yeah.
She's a very nasty lady.
I just said there's a rant about Mommy from Grandma, and I think you probably have a lot more quotes that you pulled out from that.
Yeah, Grandmother Beverly on Amber, that's the name of...
Oh, by the way, Mommy's name is Amber, which I don't even know. Of course you named your child Cinnamon if your name is Amber.
Oh, I've done some really nice Ambers.
I'm not saying anything.
Who don't name things dumb. But maybe she was like, oh, it's like a junior, because Cinnamon and Amber are kind of the same color. This is me now. Grandmother Beverly on Amber. She kept her hair miles too long like you do. Referring to Cinnamon. Cinnamon, and had enough gloom in her eyes to please a dozen undertakers. She could have worked constantly as a professional mourner. I could count on my fingers how many times I've seen a smile on that face, and even as she did smile at me, it was the smile of a mad woman. Her eyes glittering like tiny knives, her wry lips squirming back and into the corners of her cheeks like worms in pain. How many times have I asked myself what he, Daddy Taylor, could have possibly seen in such a woman? And like, that is a lot to say to your grandchild on the way to your mom.
To Mommy Madness.
Yes.
I kind of want to hang out with her.
Fuck no. And then she just like keeps going. Like, I wrote this down. I was like, whoa, she keeps going. Of course, it didn't help that she had the personality of a pallbearer. That takes the light from your eyes, the glow from your smile. It's no wonder to me that she never made any friends. And then she was like, who wants to listen to her drab poetry and her sad things and her art? And then she is like, oh, your father probably was never in a relationship before.
They just did a fuckins.
And
sex is like good food. You can eat it with anyone. Remember that. You can fuck anybody, just don't marry them. Okay.
Sex is like good food. You can eat it. You can't, like, what if good food to you is a lobster and you're with someone with a shellfish allergy?
What about it? Don't give me a shrimp ring.
Yeah, but you're not allergic. But still, I think that's good food. I will not eat it with you.
Are you coming on to me?
No, I can't. Because I can't eat good food with you.
Incompatible.
That's a weak ass analogy.
Although I will
not
say,
even like a weird one, but it's weak ass.
I will say though,
not thought out.
My husband and I both hate mac and cheese. There you go. It's the things you hate together.
So, sex is like good food. You can refuse to eat it with anyone.
I guess.
Because mac and cheese is great.
So Cinnamon is like, what's up with...
Cinnabon.
Oh, god damn it.
Neither of us
wrote Cinnabon. I wrote it full out. Because it autofilled anyway. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
Any hooter-toodle. So Cindy's like, hey, what's up with mommy? And she's like, well, she came down to water plants. And Cinnamon's like, all right. And she's like, yeah, in the nude.
And she was watering them with a bedpan. Who knows what liquid was in there? That was a funny one. She was like, oh, God forbid, I don't even know.
God forbid,
I'm clutching my pearls.
We got piss flowers over here.
Piss flowers.
That's what you're going to call the stained mattress. It's full of piss flowers.
What?
So, I get it. Like, never mind.
Okay.
So...
And then she, like, turned around. She was like, what are you doing, Amber? And she turned around, and she was, like, humming, and she had drawn a fetus on her stomach with red lipstick. Which apparently she has, even though Grandma said she never wears makeup.
Maybe it was Grandma's lipstick.
Oh, she would have had something to say about that. She would have been like, my best wigs.
So I asked how old Cinnamon is. There's a reference to back when I was a little more than 14, we were playing in the attic.
So it was like one day when I was little more than 14, like making that sound like it's a super young age, which I mean, like in the scheme of life, it is.
But not in the Niederverse.
It's not. And like, that's the first time, like when I was a little more than 14,
we finally went to the attic.
Mommy decided we should explore the house. You've been living in that house for 14 years and you haven't looked around?
Nope.
That is what?
Yep. Mommy goes into... So Cinnamon cannot talk her down from this event, and she's in screaming, delusional phantom labor.
Yeah, it's really sad. Like, because Cinnamon does coerce her into bed, coax her into bed. She's like, let's go lay down. Mom.
For the baby.
Okay. Also, Cinnamon was like, when she got out of the car to go in the house, she said that she had marshmallow fear. Feet felt like marshmallows, which is funny. She was not on the carpet.
the carpet of the earth.
I face you. We don't talk to each other.
Oh,
Hi.
This direct eye contact is making me uncomfortable.
Great.
Daddy is mysteriously unavailable even after he was paged.
Paged. Sounded like you said paid.
Oh, I'm
sorry. He was paid to be around. What?
On his, I don't know, Motorola.
Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
Mental ward. Mental ward.
Well, just so you know, Daddy has a firm mouth, square jaw, high cheekbones, and help me with this, please, a forehead that's just wide enough to make him look very intelligent. What does... I did not know that was an
indicator.
Indicative of a great genius.
You know, about 100 years ago, phrenology was denounced as quackery, but if you got the right head shape, I guess you got the smarts.
His forehead was just wide enough.
If it was any more or less, none.
To make him look very intelligent. Yep. Just a scooch.
Just a scooch.
What the heck? And I get the vibe immediately just having an affair.
Yeah. So, this is all I noted about Daddy. He's so elegant and handsome, and Cinnamon know he lying.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why you always lying? Mommy believes that she birthed a preemie.
Named Sasha.
Yeah, Sasha?
Sakha.
I read it as Sasha.
I know.
Okay, great.
It's Sacha, so me saying Sakha is me joking. But Katie's
You're trying to give it the shrish treatment.
No, I'm not. I'm just making fun of Katie right now, being like, no, that's not how you pronounce it. And not realizing that I am joking.
Slap.
Can I tell a quick side story?
Okay. Oh, man. I know you're in your jams. Are we having a slumber party episode?
Yes. Okay. So, me saying that's not how you pronounce it, you saying to me, okay. So, I managed a store that had media, movies, musics, etc. And one time this guy came in and he said, you got that movie MCL Punk? And I said, do you mean SLC Punk? And he said, oh, is that how you pronounce it? And I said, those are the letters, yeah. Is that how you pronounce it? Isn't that a great story?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good story. It's with me forever.
And then he just went, sure is. Here you go. Okay.
Got that movie MCO Punk? Is that how you pronounce it?
By the by.
By the by.
Cinnamon rides home with Daddy, but didn't she say previously that she drove herself to the hospital?
I didn't catch that inconsistency.
Well, after we're done, you'll have to go back.
I mean, I believe, yeah. I mean, you didn't check. You should have checked, so you could have written the correct note.
Grandma takes down Mommy's art from the entryway.
They get home and she's like already moving
She's like,
stuff
this
around.
is shitty.
Apparently, too, like she moved in with them after the grandfather died. Forgot his name. Whatever.
She's
been
only
there
about a year.
About a year, and just keeps like she hates the way that the house is decorated, and keeps like just buying random shit to replace things that she decided that she like. Oh, this is old. I don't know. I would fucking not be having it with this woman. This woman's.
Cinnamon remembers that Mommy said that Grandma can't live in a house without quote-unquote invading it, and she'll replace me everywhere except the bed. Except sometimes I fear that too. What?
I'm sure she was just being flippant. Flippant? Facetious? Flippant?
Yeah.
Flip.
Yeah, what? Why are you pressing upon me?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Cinnamon thinks that maybe she will become a successful actress because she's the best liar she knows. Because she's like, yeah, Mommy, I saw the baby.
It's so good.
It's, because she was like, oh, I gave the baby a birthing. Did you see her? Isn't she beautiful?
And Cinnamon was like, should I fucking play along? What do I say? No one prepped her for this, by the way.
I think she did the right thing.
Okay, yeah.
Because I believe that you, like, should, if someone's that, like, if someone's
experiencing a hallucination, it's real to them.
Yes, exactly. And so it's just like be too traumatic to try to tell them that they're wrong if they're so deeply like into this fantasy
The
world.
dusty old attic is a comfort to Cinnamon as she goes to the attic for lie inspiration because you gotta come up with a good story for the airheads at school.
Yeah, like because she
Clarence
Barron calls and it's like, you're the talk of the school because she left early.
Whoa.
She's like, I better come up with a story because I won't tell them the truth. Why the fuck you gotta tell anyone anything? And then she doesn't have to. She's like, I don't know. That was like
that was immediately.
That was like a lot about her.
It was a page about the school and the thing.
Oh yeah, she called them
airheads.
No, but she was up in the attic. She had talking about Mommy and her playing up there and finding photos. You know what I just realized? This book is written so like I'm here, but now I'm going to have a memory for 10 pages.
Yes.
That our notes seem fucked the fuck up, but this really is like, it was Tarantino'd. Like,
it was like Tarantino'd but not in a clever way.
Yeah, no, it's just like, this makes it sound like we're going in order, but this, in front. Yeah, Kathleen.
Right. It's because he wants to do the thing, but they're a short boy, and it could have been a better boy if he just let the things happen. But he's like, oh, I need X to happen, and now the reader needs to have like a reason why.
The whole thing is a backstory.
Yeah.
Like, it was clunky to read.
It's shocking. I did read that Mommy Gossip is sweeping the school just because obviously she has to be persecuted. Slide it in there that per grandma, yogurt is a novelty food.
Yeah. Cinnamon refers to the airheads at school as nosy Parkers. And then I looked it up and I was like, yes, because back in the 1500s, Archbishop of Canterbury, William Parker, wanted all the gossip. I've never heard that phrase before.
No?
Nosy Parker? No.
Oh, I have.
But I liked it.
In moments I expected to see eggs rolling under the table. Bitch, what?
I don't know.
What, is that a thing people do?
Oh, no, I remember, okay, so I read that and I thought, because she's talking, God, this is really fucking hard to converse about. I'm so sorry, dear listener.
I'm not.
This is all over the place. Might want to, no, you don't want to read it, but...
As the unhingedness in which this is happening is how it happens.
Yeah.
We aren't going off track. The book itself is off track.
Yes. Okay, so
there we go.
She's talking about all these girls gossiping about her, and I think the eggs was like they're like clucking like chickens.
Okay.
Like, I think that's what it was. Like they were being like they were just like gossiping. They were clucking over there. So that's why she was like, I expected eggs to roll out from under the table. I really think that's it.
Okay.
I really think
It's
that's
not just
it.
like, maybe Niederman's like, I think this is what the kids do. They
roll eggs, no.
We going rolling. We rolling eggs today.
Well, I just
In this economy?
I was speaking of French to a French friend of mine, and we were at a restaurant, and there were some cackling ladies, and he said in French, just like there's like chickens over there. So that's what made me. I was like eggs, and I was like, oh, cluckies.
Any more school before Cindy gets home to the instant kitchen reorganization?
No.
It's notated. Instant kitchen reorganization.
And Grandma's like, who would put this thing next to the salad sink? What the fuck is a salad sink?
So you wash your salad.
Who has a salad?
I have a whole separate sink from
Alexa, what's a salad sink?
Here's what I found. Kitchen sink salad is a lunch and dinner dish commonly prepared with red peppers, balsamic vinegar, garlic,
no.
Can they hear
mango,
this?
broccoli,
find
baby
out.
greens,
Okay.
orange, avocado,
Stop. Ew,
dried
shut up.
cranberries, almonds, and artichoke hearts orange.
Ew,
mango,
what?
broccoli,
She's still going.
bell pepper, cranberries,
She's giving us a recipe for kitchen sink salad.
beans, almonds.
With she's listing every. Did you spit on me?
It is 402 calories per serving and is celery-free, crustacean-free, dairy-free,
It's crustacean-free.
free, fish-free,
I'm hungry. Stop spitting on me.
Oh my.
kosher, low in sodium.
I've never had an answer this long in my life.
She's still going.
Pescatarian.
Is she reading a backflap of a Niederman book?
Sesame-free. Shellfish-free. Soy-free. Vegan.
It's vegan.
Vegetarian. And wheat-free. Was that helpful?
It sure was. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your feedback.
Wow.
Wow. That was a side journey that we did not need to go on.
Oh, speaking of Journey, I designed a shirt. It's on a Redbubble. It's on a Redbubble in our shop. And it's all of the different...
Click our link tree to find it.
Get it? It's all the different ways that we said Jory. Mostly Katie's ways of saying
That must
Jory's
be why
name.
I got that as the phone case.
She bought it as a phone case, and I'm really excited to see it.
In the wild?
Yeah.
Just out in the... When you see us at our events.
But anyways, just so you know too, that is in order of all that in the
Oh, good.
the list is in order of
Chronologically?
Yes.
Time. It's in time.
I can't do talking. This book didn't do storying.
Oh my god. Good thing we're not doing a podcast right now.
Fucking. So Grandma Beverly is a douchebag, and then I just refer to her as DBGB for the rest of my notes.
Best classic punk.
I was like, Grandmother Beverly is so long, and she sucks. I'm not giving her my time. So yeah, DBGB. DBGB.
something about washing Daddy's mouth out with the soap of truth.
Yeah, I don't.
And Daddy wasn't sure if Mommy had the temperament to have another kid. Okay. The psychiatric clinic looks like a hotel lobby. Cinnamon pretends to be Mommy's sister just because she's, I don't know, bored. I don't know. Daddy had to bustle into a heavy hitters meeting. And Cinnamon says promises are lies tied up in pretty ribbons.
We've seen that before.
Lots of Mommy will snap out of it and get together. When did Clarence do a kiss? Oh, because Clarence was there? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Grandma is getting the house quote-unquote intelligently organized.
I want to slap this lady. She sucks.
Yeah, it is notated that she mostly just watches old movies. Mm-hmm. And at one point, she's giving shit to Cinnamon about the kids that today sitting around and watching TV. And she goes, you watch more TV than me and wear more makeup, too.
Yeah, she's like, oh, it's kids with the makeups and the television sets. And she's like, what about you, GB? So she wakes up late for school and decides she's just going to skip school. She's...
Oh, I got a couple things before that, honestly, because Daddy gets home after midnight. And Grandma Bev tries to get in and the door's locked. And then the next morning she's like, who locks their bedroom door? Like, lots of people do.
Yep.
And then...
Locks didn't exist when DBGB was young. No doors either.
Grandma, when she was reorganizing the kitchen, tossed Cinnamon's breakfast bars.
Yeah, she's like, where are my breakfast bars? And she's like, oh, that's basically candy. I threw it away.
What a hoe.
And she's like, I just fucking bought that box. Like, what? Throw away my shit.
Don't throw away my Belvita breakfast biscuits. So yes, they skip school.
Yes, so she's driving. She sees Clarence Barron. And she's like, hey, want to skip school? And he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
He's like, we better not be going shopping. And she's like, oh no, I'm going to spy my dad. And she keeps talking about like, I wondered if it was something financial. I'm like, I don't think that it tracks that she wouldn't have thought for at least a hot second that it was some sort of an affair situation. So
they set up camp in the lobby restaurant because there's all these little places you can get a little nosh.
Yep, in the building that Daddy works in.
The financial building in the city.
So as soon as I read that she ordered a bagel, I like put the book down and I turned to my husband and I was just like, I want a bagel. And he's like, I'll go get you a bagel because he's literally a prince. I love him. And so I paid for them.
Oh, okay.
I ordered us bagels. He picked them up, and then after I was done eating the bagel, I was like, picked up the book, and I was like, where was I? I literally stopped reading after the word bagel. And I just thought that you might like to know that, because it's a short book, but I got a long talk.
What's the daddy up to?
He meets an elegant blonde lady at a different coffee shop.
Holding hands.
And they do a smoocher.
The house spirits told Cinnamon to go a-spying today.
Yep.
And then she's like, I'm going to go visit mommy. She rolls up and the head nurse comes out.
Head nurse Bowl-Cut Fogelman. she actually says it looked like her hair was like, she had a bowl on her head and her hair was trimmed around it. I thought that was really funny.
So mommy's in a coma, but it's like a temporary one.
She came down with the comas.
It's very temporary, this coma. At one point, and they're going to see mommy on another floor, and Cinnamon has a think of, I hadn't been in many elevators in my life.
I don't. Well, I guess if she lives in more upstate New York, how long does it... Anyway, I don't know. I don't even know how long it took for them to drive into the city.
The city.
I did like... The city. Not San Fran. Snakes in your bag.
How long?
Yeah. I don't know how long it took for them to drive in there, but I did like that she was like, I don't fucking know why I thought I would be able to get around in New York, so I had to sort of fake it and just be like, yeah, I'm just going to park in this parking garage. I thought that was funny.
It was nice to have a non-perfect protagonist. Mm-hmm. She was like, I kind of didn't fucking know what I was doing.
She's like, I did not plan this.
There's another little Clarence kiss, and Cinnamon buries the charm necklace Daddy gave her.
Charm necklace?
A necklace?
Charm necklace. Last book, we had a pearl necklace with a locket. Now we have a charm necklace.
We're merging.
What is next, Liz?
Husband?
Like a pinky ring cravat? I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
Pinky ring monocle.
By Grandma Bev says, husbands and fathers have to work so hard, or something. Cinnamon decides not to confront Daddy. Mm-hmm. But she tells Grandma that Daddy is the self-centered one.
DBGB put a lock on the outside of Summer's bedroom door because she skipped school, and apparently that was embarrassing for the grandmother. I don't know. Arms folded under breasts. Page 83.
There's a lot
of the omnibus.
I'm going to get off this bus. There's a lot of gossip at school, but everyone's too scared to confront Cinnamon because she's so spooky. Does she paint her nipples black?
Yeah. The kid Eddie,
yep.
Which... Sure, let's just give someone a name for no reason. Anyways, Clarence punches Eddie for asking if Cinnamon painted her nipples black.
Yep. Do you see a red nipple and you want to paint it black?
And apparently Clarence had never been over to her house. Like, they're talking about how they're, like, super close friends.
Yeah, it's
He never
weird.
came over.
So Cinnamon calls him up and is like, want to come hang out? And he's like, well, I am grounded, but I guess I'll go see you. Mommy snapped... At this point, Mommy snapped out of her coma. And Clarence rolls up to the home wearing a ragged bomber jacket and a shirt with a pick of Bach, underneath of which says, Fugue me.
So funny.
So funny.
That's so funny.
They do some attic studying.
Belva. So she's like,
sad Belva.
I'll tell you about... Oh, right, because she told Clarence that the spirits of the house told
her to go spying.
Yes, but then he was like, are there really spirits? And she's like... Come over and I'll show ya. And so they're upstairs. there's all these photos that her and mommy found, and they made up
Civil War
stories
photos.
about the family, and the oldest daughter's name was Belva. And then she, like, decides she's gonna role play as Belva with Clarence, and she's
It's
like...
weird.
She just, like, casually decided they were gonna have a sex.
Yeah. Belva's taking over Cinnamon to make her wanna fuck.
Want a food?
And Clarence is like, I got no rubbers.
And then she's like, oh, hold on. Like, her parents use condoms?
I mean, not 6 months ago.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, and it just...
You can use birth control if you want, and some people do use condoms if they don't want to use hormonal birth control.
I don't know. Like, it was just like, for a married couple, I don't think that... I don't know. I don't want to make a general statement about people's love lives, but I was like, And then I just thought about it as, like... I pictured it as, like a fishbowl, like at a clinic.
The Planned Parenthood bowl of condoms.
Yeah. And that the daddy just grabs a handful on his way out to go kiss blonde girls.
Cinnamon scampers down. She's, like, in the nude. She, like, scampers down, wrapped in, like, an Afghan, to get some from the stash. I also noted contraceptives, the modern teen slang.
Yes! She's like, I knew my parents had a contraceptive. She got a contraceptive. And of course they fucking fall asleep. Danger sleep.
There's a time for a danger sleep. She does have, like, her ecstasy moans. Okay. And I ask myself, does Grandma Beverly really need to scream from the attic door?
She hoots and hollers. She comes up
That's unnecessary, ma'am.
To see what they're doing. And
Danger
she's
sleeping.
Like, in the nude.
And right above my head.
They're actually balancing.
Their pelvises.
Yeah, on her skull.
Clarence was just like, sorry.
Bye.
Sorry, bye. Sorry, I got my dick wet.
We found out mommy and she snapped out of it. She's also recovering. She should
with
be
it.
home soon.
And she was like, I was having the baby to improve the marriage. Hey, don't do that.
Grandma Bevsies called Clarence's dad and ratted on their sexy times.
Yeah.
And now he has to go to boarding school immediately, the next day.
I have to go to boarding school academy. Oh, BSA. So
that's really boarding school academy.
And then Clarence is he's out of the story.
Yeah.
And next part of the story is about acting drama play. There's a school play, and what was her name? Mrs.
Hamilton.
Hamilton she's all like, try for a play. It's so a good play. And there's a rival for the part in the play, has corn-colored hair and sapphire eyes.
Her name is Iris.
Iris.
And she was the previous shoo-in to get the part, and she's so mad that Cinnamon got it. Also, it talks about, like, Cinnamon wanting to be an actress. She's never been in a play, and I'm guessing she's a senior. Like,
it feels that way. There's the shoo-in for the male lead is Dell, and they're on the stage, and Cinnamon's like, I got head up under my breasts. My titties are on fire. My tits are on fire.
Nice.
She's so good, y'all.
This titties on fire.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, like in Austin Powers. The guns.
The fembots, yeah.
Yeah, the guns. Nip guns.
Nip. So Cinnamon's so good, and it makes Dell act, obviously. Gets the lead, must rush to tell Mommy. And there's a suggestion of the dirty stuff.
Yes, Iris and her friends are like, oh, it's Mexico. She got the part because she's lezzing out with Miss Hamilton, sorry.
Time.
Miss Hamilton.
They are grinding biscuits.
Anyways.
Ew.
Man. So, Miss Hamilton has...
Hamilton.
She starts having play rehearsals at her house on the weekends.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
This is a classic Niederman, cool teachers don't have boundaries. Mm-hmm. Because it would not be unusual to have weekend rehearsals at the school.
You don't know this school. Maybe it's locked on the weekends and no one can go in.
They can do that.
You don't know the school's rules. Kidding.
Anyway, it would not be unusual to have weekend rehearsals at the school. That's all I'm saying. But it is solo rehearsal time.
Yeah, like for some reason someone couldn't show up.
And then she's like, well, we're just going to do, like, your scene, so I'll be the sexy male lead for the sexy...
Yeah, she was like,
it's also,
you're the only one. We're the only one.
You're the one. It's also notated that this is kind of an adult play that she had to fight for.
What was the play?
Who cares? So why does Miss Hamilton's have no mans at almost 30? Ugh. Scandal.
What an old crone.
She's an orphan. Scandal.
I know. It's like, oh my god.
And then fucking Cinnamon thinks that Ella is a weird name. Because Miss Hamilton said, like, her name was Ella, and she was like, Ella? Like, you got a dog's name.
Maybe she was... Oh, I think it was more like...
The shock of knowing a teacher's name?
Well, because Ella Hamilton referred to herself in the third person. So I think... I read that as Cinnamon just being like... Whomst... Like, was that a relative that said that?
No, I love to think that Cinnamon thinks Ella's so weird. She was like, Jane, ugh. That's
Mary.
Wild.
Mary Sarah.
There's a mystery flash of light bouncing off the mirror, and we all know. Mm-hmm. We know what?
That someone snapped a pic of them rehearsing. When
Intimately.
They were inches away from each other. Because they were miming a kiss that was supposed to happen. Or like they weren't gonna smooch,
but
they were acting.
It's okay.
They so someone took a photo at a very
suggestive moment.
And
it's up on the bulletin board, and it says "teacher's pet" or something more. Also notated that, like, no one could reach it to get it. Like, the principal was like, "I need a step ladder."
Yeah,
Someone
that was
get
really
a step
fun.
Ladder. Like,
yeah, it was like too high for anyone to reach.
I can't just
call every janitor. Make a human chain.
Because obviously a person would just rip it down, but we have to establish it. No, oh my god, no one can get it.
It was a very tense couple of sentences before they got it down off the wall. I was like, oh no, is it there forever? Anyways.
Grandma Bev gets tipped off and tells Mommy that Cinnamon is degenerating, but Mommy is a good one. And I ask, is she a non-shit mom?
Yeah.
Great. We'll think about that.
She's kind of funky, a little wacky.
But she's not a shit like
No, they have a really good relationship. Yeah. And, she's got some personal issues she's working through, but don't we all?
Cinnamon thinks that Mommy will regress if she does bad in the play. So that's like a lot of pressure on yourself there, Cinnamony. Play is so good.
It's so good, y'all.
As the chapter end. And then the chapter ender is, was the world really this wonderful after all? Come on now.
Nah, dog.
Who boy, a theatrical agent rolls in.
He has arrogant lips. Apparently, and a diamond ring, but they don't say what finger. I'm assuming it's a pinky finger, but they always say what finger. And I'm like, what mystery finger?
We're fingyless. Floating fingyless in this void.
It's got a diamond ringed mystery fingy. Arrogant lips.
I remember now.
Can you
give me an arrogant lip?
Like, go into stock photos or something. Can you Google that? Send it to us. I'll put it on the story. Please. Give us some content. You can join. Be part of it.
We are all about it. When we read each other's notes earlier, Tia laughed because I wrote creme de la creamy, or creme de la creamy, and I was like, I don't know what that's about. I remember now, because the guy was like, we only take the creme de la creme, and obviously I'm very juvenile, so I just wrote creme de la creamy. Why?
It's pronounced Ben de la creme.
If I frighten her away, she's meant to be away. Who the fuck said that?
I don't know. But, so, she was talking about how she was riding in the back of the car with Mommy, because DBGB won't ride in the back of the car because it makes her feel like
a taxi cab.
She's in a taxi. And so then Cinnamon's like, why don't you just pretend you're in a limo? And she's like, I don't like riding those either. So she doesn't like riding in taxis or limos.
I just want to circle back briefly to the discussion with the auditions will be in the city. And Miss Hamilton's like, I can go with you. Like, girl.
I think she was just being supportive.
Sure, she was.
And she knew that her mom was like, got out of the hospital. So she was being like, if you need someone.
Oh, I don't disagree. But I'm just like, if everyone, there was a bit about how like Miss Hamilton was like mostly trying not to talk to Cinnamon too much or be too comforting. And then she's like, I'll just go into the city with you. So I was just like, come on, girl.
The city.
Daddy bails on taking Mommy out, so Cinnamon suggests pizza, but has to change into something more pizza-ish.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
And
they just ghost on DBGB's bland meatloaf. Bland meatloaf.
So here's what I said, geez, Mommy, on this quote. She said, fantasies die slow, quiet deaths. It's like a nice... Mommy agrees that they can bring Miss Hamilton to the audition to show that she doesn't believe the rumors.
Yeah, because she was like, I don't know. And then Cinnabon was like, hey, look, here's her backstory. This is stuff, whatever. She doesn't have a family. You're going to live with me now.
You're going to live with me now.
So she's, if I treat her like I believe those nasty rumors, I would be as guilty as someone spreading them. That's
Mommy's
good advice.
kind of a good one. She's kind of a good one, this Mommy.
I think people forget that, too. Just don't treat people like
we're going to throw it out there. There's a hefty tuition for the drama school. Russian drama teacher. Is she an elegant crone? I need more descriptive deets. Mm-hmm. She's like a shadowy crone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll find out in the large chonker. Falling stars.
Oh no, do they fall? All these stars.
Daddy conveniently had a head cold the day of the audition, and I'm just like, you with your blondie. But Mommy and Miss Hamilton hit it off, so maybe they should just get married.
Ooh, I like it. What a twist. So
I'm just waiting for a same-sex relationship or something.
I don't foresee
I'm waiting for some queer characters.
This is only copyright what?
1895.
It's copyright meow 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 meow.
Meow 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 meow. 2001.
So
he wrote like 87 books in 2001.
They were all short boys.
Yeah.
He's cranking hard. So, okay, I want to get back to this audition because the teacher is just floating she's like a floating head in the dark. And she just talks from the void. They're like, hello.
They're like, no one's here. And she's like, not true.
Get on the stage. And then
she's like, seriously, they're like, no one's here. And she's like, incorrect.
What? That was a fucking weird vibe.
That was weird. It was very weird and dramatic.
And then she just evaporates after the audition. And then, so she gives her she does her monologue, and then
it's just dead quiet.
And
they shut the light off.
They kept being like, do we see? And even Miss Hamilton didn't know.
She was like, what? Because she's like, in the spotlight, her thing finishes, Mommy and Miss Hamilton do a clap. Silence from the audience.
Nope.
And then the spotlight just shuts up. Like, the stage just
done.
Clanks out into the dark.
Yep.
What? Okay. Anyways. But
per Edmund, Madam doesn't have the patience for small talk.
Edmund is the freaking
agent.
The arrogant-lipped
man's
mystery ring.
There's college apps, and Daddy drifts further and further away. We get the acceptance letter.
Yep.
So Daddy,
which was very demanding. It was like, show up for this.
So let's look at. So there's a lot of talk about, and Daddy's like, you're gonna apply to my college apps, and she's like, I don't know about this drama thing, so I'll do these apps. And so Dad's like, well, this is a great option, but don't forget my alma mater. But in the letter it says, isn't this a summer thing? Because it starts July 7th.
Yeah, no, I think he was just saying in general, don't put all your eggs in
to a dying basket.
Yes, like, hey, it's really hard. Like, maybe you should go to like full college first, and we shouldn't spend all this money on this summer program, which is apparently twice as expensive as college.
And can they get the money from? They asked Grandma to release the money from her trust, and she's like, no. Daddy has a collapse at the top of the stairs.
He does a fall down.
It's pacemaker time.
Mm-hmm. He needs a pacemaker.
Grandma Bev yaks on and on about Daddy's burdens, and Mommy's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, they're at dinner, and she's just like, so like, you're clearly miserable, you should leave. And then DBGB's like, this is gonna upset Taylor so much, and she's like, you're so right, yeah, we'll just keep it on the down low and say it was you wanted to do it better for you. Oh.
And she's like, well, she's like, I should live in an apartment anyway. And she's like, great, I'm glad you agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get out.
Get out.
And then in the hospital, Daddy confides in Cinnamon that his secret... He was like, I almost died without telling you my secret.
Daddy's secret.
And it was role-playing for a rich widow because he lost a bunch of her money in investments. But now he made it all back, so don't worry. Like, I don't think it was just that one day.
It was just some coercion.
I think that...
They did
I think that that's what I inferred. I was reading was inferred. Mm-hmm. Was the
I didn't really go there because I was kind of done. Trust money is okay for school. That kind of comes out. And then
because DBGB, it like literally is way nicer. Like 2 hours after she moves into her own apartment, and she fucking hates the house and everything.
And then she digs up the daddy necklace. Mm-hmm. And do we have a happy ending?
Yeah.
Is this a happy ending?
Yeah.
So my thoughts on this were that I liked it. And I was very interested in what could be fleshed out as a longer boy. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I was into the things that we didn't have before, such as a non-shit mom, and things kind of getting wrapped up.
Yeah, because usually our non-shit moms are our protagonists when they become mothers.
Yeah, or they die. They have a tragedy.
Yeah, but they're still like not like they're still wonderful. Like it's our original protagonists almost always have shit moms
or no moms
or shit dads or no dads.
Right.
Shit parents or shit no parents.
Yes.
It's shitty.
There's a shit.
They don't have like a wonderful what do you call it when you look up to someone? Role model. Anyways.
So it was more like, I was just kind of thinking, like, what would a longer boy have been? Like, because there are definite parts where, like, I know I'm covered in cat hair.
Why do they need to know that I'm being kind and pulling hair off of you?
It just won't never come out.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Just leave me to roll on the floor in my lint.
She's mean today.
Spicy.
She's so mean. You're so mean. You're so mean.
I woke up like this. Mean.
I got born like this.
I got
born like this.
So, like...
Baby, you were born this way.
I was a mean old lady. So...
Nothing happened.
Clang.
That was my chapstick hitting my Decemberist metal camping mug, which I drink my daily coffee out of.
At the camp.
JSYK.
So yeah, like what would have been the thrust of her longer plot?
More Clarence stuff, probably.
Maybe, hey, you know what? Maybe we could have done that. Mm-hmm. Clarence, obviously neurodivergent in some fashion.
Because they'll probably Clarence things, and then Dell, like, and her being conflicted over.
Great. Mm-hmm. Could it even exist without fucking a relative? Who knows? We could have had a good mommy.
We had a good mom.
I mean, like a longer boy. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
And it seemed like Dad wasn't really that shitty. He did, like, never stand up to his mom, which was super annoying.
Yeah,
He's like, I'll deal with it later. But when's later?
When is later?
It's later now. It is later now. So our next one it's called Ice. And we both were hoping it was like Butterfly, where it was a nickname.
Nope. Her
name is fucking Ice.
That's my first note is, yep, that's her name.
That's her name.
So that's going to be something.
I do like that in these books, though, when someone has a wacky name, people are like, yes, that's a wacky, is that really your name? That is a wacky name.
It was not referenced in other books. So.
Well, people were like, Heaven, Dawn, especially Dawn.
Or however you...
Remember that? Like, yeah.
She kept pronouncing it like it was Dawn and not Dawn.
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 Dawn. Downy. Dawning.
She is unpoppable. Wait, is that it? Unstoppable?
Yes.
Okay.
Downy Unstoppables.
Is that the name of the product?
Yeah.
Unstoppable. I can't go. Goodbye.
Merch.
We
Check
did
out
it.
our Redbubbles.
It's done.
I'm going to keep adding stuff. It's really fun, and I feel proud. I found out what the font is for those
things.
List shirts with the ampersands.
So do it, skidoo it.
Also, please, from the last book, or no, our End of the Rainbow.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for sketches. I know the episode was released 2 days ago. But please listen to it and send things to explain what was going on.
Yeah.
Or at least your interpretation.
A big titty baby whale.
The floor plan of a grocery store.
Abundant breasts.
One-piece dress.
I know. Yeah.
Camisole Empire princess dress in a cool Hawaiian print.
Yeah, the fashions were buck wild. Can I tell you, though, not to spoil the next book, but I Google imaged princess cut. And it is not a thing.
It's not?
It is not a thing.
Empire waist? I figured it was the same thing. Princess cut isn't a thing?
How do you cut a princess?
With a knife. Scissors, perhaps?
Sharply.
I mean, if we want to find out,
I Google image search.
I will knight you and then stab
It was like,
you.
I Googled like princess cut dress, and it's like, want to look like a princess?
Oh, I'm thinking of a princess cut stone.
No, I didn't.
Right? That's a square
Sure.
ring.
I don't know. What do I know? But it's not dress. I did princess cut dress.
Princess cut diamond. Is it a neckline?
No.
It's right here. Princess cut dress.
Yeah, but
What did you Google?
go to images.
Stop.
I didn't touch anything.
Oh, it's the lines that go down where there's like a bodice in the middle. Images. There's a ton of them.
But these are all different cuts.
No, but this is the part where it's like panels or something. I don't fucking know.
They're all different.
Princess line. No, that's what it is.
The lines.
Yes. So it real. It's the panels here. That. This.
The lines.
This.
To look at your tits.
I'm going to save this.
To share.
And show you what it's like.
Why do you need to prove to everyone that I don't know what I'm talking about? Why not?
I was trying to prove that thought that I knew what I was talking about, and it just happened to be...
The opposite of what I thought.
Yeah, it just happened to be... I was just happened to be right.
I guess.
And you're just bad at Googling. You used Dogpile.
I think I asked Jeeves.
You asked Jeeves, and he was like, I don't know.
I think they're rebooting Ask Jeeves.
Really?
Because as Google Imaging, Ask Jeeves for a meme, it was like, check out the rebooted Mr. Jeeves. He's back.
Wow. Like Mr. Peanut? I don't know.
Yeah, okay, we gotta go. Bye. Sorry. Yep, we devolved. Sorry.
love you.
De-evolution.
Dear listener, thank you for tuning in to us. No. Aw, thanks for listening to VC's podcast. Dear listener, we hope you enjoyed it.
Technical support was provided by Boo and Matt. Thanks for answering all of my stupid questions.
Music is Dust in My Attic by Broke MC. We use it under a Creative Commons license.
Email us at vcspcspodcast@gmail.com with your thoughts or comments.
You can also follow us on the grams, the Instagrams. Our handle is at VC's Podcast.
New episodes are released every other Friday to give you time to read along. In the meantime, find your talent, forget your family drama.
Oh, please make sure you bend and don't break. I'm broken.
You done did?
I just can't believe you made me say that.
Yeah.